Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brook will face a broken heart while Steffy does a favor for Liam. Hope will also make a strange discovery. Steffy and Taylor will lash out over Brook's looker since she stole the spotlight in a romantic play for Ridge. Ridge will rein Eric over his part in the looker deception and may express some disapprobation since it hurt Taylor. At the same time, Ridge wouldn't be suitable to deny that the looker was a mammoth hit thanks to Brook and that gorgeous gown. Eric will keep the focus on Ridge's love life and will give him another nudge back toward Brook. Although Ridge will be disaccorded, he wouldn't abandon Taylor in the end. Hope will state her support for Brook's reunion with Ridge if that's what her mama truly wants, but Brook wouldn't get her want thanks to Ridge's Taylor commitment. In the meantime, Katie since she'll watch Daphne kiss Carter before eavesdropping a stunner. Thanks to Daphne and Zend's enlightening discussion, Katie will realize Daphne came to work at Forrester Creations as Steffy's factory. Although Daphne will defend herself in the battle that's coming up, Katie will fire back about Carter being manipulated. This should leave Katie on a charge to tell Carter the whole verity about Little Miss Perfume. As for Carter, he'll make another plea for a reunion with Hope, but it looks like she'll continue to drag her bases. Still, Liam will ultimately prompt Hope to fix effects with Carter and try to find some happiness again. Hope will give Liam's advice some study, but she'll also have to pound over some weird news. Liam's new living arrangement will catch Hope off guard and bring plenitude of questions. All signs point to Liam living at the Precipice house with Steffy and Finn, so that may be why Hope finds herself so confused and curious. It sounds like Steffy will do Liam a favor by opening her home as he deals with his inoperable brain excrescence. Although Steffy may press Liam to come clean to the rest of his favored bones. He'll presumably remain adamant about the secret circle staying small. Will someone additional find out what Liam's actually up against, like Hope or maybe Bill? As for Will, he'll struggle to stay patient when it comes to Elektra and their first time in the bedroom. The longer they stay, the more likely it becomes that Luna can get Will into her bed rather. Meanwhile, Hope may make a final decision about Carter. Will Hope take Carter back and watch him protest Daphne to the check over her exposed scheme with Steffy? Back with Brook, she'll be brokenhearted once she gets updates on Ridge's rejection. Ridge may principally advise that they're no way getting back together and leave Brook in total sulking mode. Brook will have to search deep within as she makes some prognostications about her life without Ridge. It's the question that everyone seems to be asking themselves recently. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Brook Logan is acting enough hopeless to get back with Ridge Forrester. For times, Ridge has gone back and forth between Brook and Taylor Hayes like the waffler that he is. Still, it seems like Brook is now acting like Ridge is the only man in America, indeed, though she's been married to 6 other men. This time around she's amusement like nothing in the world is going to stop her from getting back with Ridge, indeed, though he's formally made up his mind about Taylor. You would suppose that the woman would just get an indication, but that hasn't happened. This isn't the same confident Brook Logan that we flash back from so numerous times agone. Of course, some compendiums participated their opinions about this plot and where it seems to be going. Some indeed reflected with, they were writing a lovely mature interpretation of Brook a while back, now they've her back to being so hopeless and sad and lonely without that clunker. I do'nt suppose any suckers indeed want to see Brook with Crest, that love story surely isn't romantic. Another addict wrote, Taylor has no moral musketeers or family because they wouldn't tell her to stop going back to the idiot. Brook is beyond delusional too. It's pathetic because all 4 of these people have shifted. And also there was this comment as well, Ridge always barters Brook and Taylor. Brook knows from once experience that Ridge will be leaving Taylor and coming scratching at her door. She's just upset that Taylor doesn't know the assignment. Steffy might partake a kiss with Liam. Could this lead to a treason of Finn with her former hubby, complicating matters further? Steffy heroically saved Liam at the Spencer estate, but now she feels as though she's losing him formally more. The discovery of an inoperable excrescence followed the reviews revealing the brain bleed that nearly took his life. Steffy is scuffling with the heartbreaking reality that Liam may not survive this battle. The study of him not being there to produce more favored moments with Kelly shatters her. Steffy shares with Liam, making the prospect of losing him indeed more ruinous. Liam has played a significant part in Steffy's life for numerous times, which explains her emotional fermentation. Indeed, though Liam believes they can ever navigate this dire situation, Steffy remains visited by her fears. Finn has made it clear to Steffy that there's little chance of saving Liam, making it delicate for her to witness the decline of her former love. Steffy is determined to stand by Liam through thick and thin, likely remaining by his side in the weeks ahead. This will lead to numerous intimate moments between the two, and it's not hard to fantasize Steffy participating a kiss with Liam at some point. There are unconfessed kisses between the two the way it is. An interdicted kiss or two with Liam facing death would presumably be understood and forgiven by Finn, but there are formerly unconfessed kisses the way it is. Liam kissed Steffy when Hope started her affair with Thomas, and that has no way come out. How would the croaker reply if he saw it or set up out latterly, especially if the earlier kiss was revealed? Liam is into trouble to Steffy and Finn's marriage if he faces death, but effects could get complicated if Liam gets a miraculous recovery or enters a treatment program that saves him. Brook fussing, Luna flirting, and Sheila and Poppy duking it out at Il Giardino. Over at Il Giardino, Sheila kept her cool while advising Poppy to keep her hands to herself from then on out. Poppy virtually laughed in her face and called both her and Luna crazy and dangerous. That got Sheila going. She slung some serious slush, and Poppy lost it. She slighted Sheila across the face again and burned a brawl right there in the dining room. Sheila seized Poppy and choked her out on the bar before tossing her around the eatery. Food was flying, fists were flying, and the catfight was on. Luckily for them, the battle royale didn't last long or go too far. It stopped just as suddenly as it began. Poppy stormed off, leaving Sheila to clear herself up and try to shake it off. Brook was toiling down in the design room, allowing about Carter's kind words. Would she really get Ridge back? She hoped so. Soon enough, Katie came and Brook participated her enterprises with her. Would her life ever go back to normal? Or indeed Hope's life? She wondered if Carter would win back her son's heart. Katie was sure he could if he tried. As for Carter, he was in the main office trying to duck all Daphne advances. Daphne Rose maundered her switches and got as close as she could to the susurrus. Carter pulled back, however, and tried to turn her down flat. He brought up Hope and his treason. Daphne Rose stopped him. She indeed asked if he actually truly still loves Hope. Also, she refocused out the reason she's still around. She stayed in La La Land for him. Should she continue to stay, or should she go? Daphne was grim and tried all she could to get under Carter's skin, the end of which Brook witnessed. She awaited for Carter to leave the office before going by and laying into her son's competition. She advised Daphne Rose to stay down and keep her hands to herself. She pledged to not let the perfumer come between her son and Carter. Meanwhile, Ivy heeded to Electra's enterprises. She and Will may not be in the same place physically, but she was sure he was good and ready to stay. Ivy was proud that Electra was staying true to herself and taking effects slow. No sense rushing if she and Will were going the distance. There was plenitude of time for all that latterly on. Little did Electra know that while she was having faith, Will was trying as hard as he could to repel the infectious Luna. Important like Daphne Rose, she, too, maundered her switches and used nearly every temptation tactic she could. Unfortunately for her, it didn't work. Will couldn't stop gaping at her, but he kept his hands to himself and ultimately told her to snare her pizza and go. There would be no hot and racy capers between them. Not now, not ever. Electra ran back to the office to see her swain. She was all grins and sun, but Will was out. He told her each about Luna's visit but had yet to tell her everything that went down.